Good afternoon, everyone. We are good folks. My name is Kelly, and this is Cindy, Chloe, Alice, Wendy, Stephen, and Tina. Today, we are going to introduce our project, research on carbon emissions of Asia's key airlines in the past 3 years, and suggestions for carbon reductions in travel itineraries provided by travel agencies. These are our contents. I'm going to introduce the first part, introductions. In recent years, the aviation industry plays an important role in carbon emissions, and Asia's key airline in the fast-growing air travel market makes things even worse. In our research, we look at several major Asian airlines. For example, Asiana Airline is upgrading its fleet and shortening flight time to save fuel. Evan Air reduced its impact by planting trees and investing in renewable energy. And Korean Air is working with SK Energy to develop carbon neutral fuel. Overall, our goal is to help travelers make greener choices, especially by choosing airlines with carbon offset programs. We believe that with stronger awareness and collaboration with government, travelers, and airlines, we can move closer to achieve the net zero future by 2050.
There are the 24 key airlines we have selected. Here are our research questions. First, what are the benefits of SAF sustainable aviation fuel? Second, what carbon reduction strategy have proven most effective in reducing cost emission? I'm going to introduce the second part, literature review. Here are 4 carbon reduction measures that airlines in Asia are taking. Regarding the COSIA plan, it aims to reduce the impact of international aviation on the environment by implementing carbon offset measures. The purpose of optimized flight routes is to improve flight efficiency along with cost and environmental impact. The introduction of SAF will be supplemented on the next page.
Next, I want to talk about low carbon fuel suggestion from Asian airlines. SAF is a sustainable fuel that uses renewable raw materials and has lower carbon emissions than traditional fuels, but its disadvantages are that it's very expensive and requires a lot of land to grow the raw materials. Hydrogen-powered aircraft uses hydrogen as a fuel, but its advantages is zero carbon emissions, but its disadvantage is that hydrogen tanks are too heavy for aircraft and therefore cannot be used on long-distance flights. Next, I want to introduce carbon reduction measures of travel agencies in cooperation with airlines. The first is green trust. Funds can be invested in projects that comply with green principles, such as green energy, environmental protection, energy conservation, and carbon reduction. The second is green travel itineraries. You can also choose hotels and destinations and travel agencies with green labels. The third is integrating transportation modes. Using public transportation systems such as high-speed rail instead of driving can reduce carbon emissions.
I'm going to talk about methodology. We designed online questionnaire and distributed it to friends of similar age to like in Instagram. A total of 132 people responded to the questionnaire, consisting of 66 males and 66 females. In the questionnaire, we surveyed the respondents' age, travel experience, and satisfaction with good reason. After collecting data through the online questionnaire, we use SPSS to analyze, and use an independent sample t-test to divide participants into male and female groups for comparison.
Next, I'm going to present 3 results that we believe are worth discussing.
First, I'm going to speak about the method to reduce carbon emissions. As you can see, the last five are the most chosen items, so we might consider it as a preference of the public. Among the other options, female tend to choose automatic flight routes, while male tend to choose fuel-efficient aircraft. So we think that the carbon reduction method by female may be automatic flight routes, while male prefer fuel-efficient aircraft. The following chart shows the respondents' willingness to engage in bicycle tourism in Taiwan and Asia. According to the data from our survey, bicycle tourism is not very popular among the public. We speculate that this may be due to a higher physical demand placed on travelers by bicycle tourism.
Yes, I would like to introduce the camping tourism preferences of travelers in Asia, with the most popular being camping trips to Japan's Mount Fuji. We speculate this might be due to Japan's geographical proximity to Taiwan, and resulting in lower time costs, and Japan consistently ranks among the top countries for Taiwanese travelers. Therefore, travelers may lean more towards travel itineraries in Japan. For the third part of the questionnaire, we used SPSS software to help us analyze the data. From the chart on the left, we can see that all the p-values are greater than 0.05. Therefore, there is no significant difference when comparing the results respondents into groups based on gender.
Finally, let me present our research conclusion and suggestion. In session on green tourism, respondents generally support green tourism, such as choosing to take public transportation or choosing to take direct flight. Most of respondents are from Generation Z. This shows that they are paying more and more attention to the issue of sustainable development. This also explains their interest in eco-friendly travel. Next, I would like to share some suggestions. For future direction, we suggest interviewing airline employees and travel agencies to create a more popular green travel itineraries. Also, conducting small interviews or group discussion with tourists could help better understand their ideas. However, this study also has some limitations. First, the respondents were mainly college students of Generation Z, and the sample was not diverse enough. Second, we were unable to contact travel agency personnel for interviews, which led to limited data collection.